Good morning, Omochuneke. Good morning. Thank you once again for joining us in this 2020. Remember, our motto this year is Victory 2020. So the question then is, are you ready to receive? Are you ready to be victorious? Are you ready to take back what the enemy has taken from you? So, of course, we're going to get started by singing our song, Our Nation Biafra.
Our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra, our nation, Biafra, our land, Biafra. We are fighting for our nation, full of love. Our nation, Biafra, guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra, no matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra, everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra. No one is to be rejected. No one is to be neglected. No one is to be defenseless. All in Biafra land. It's time to give justice a chance. So I'm rejecting even one. Restore our nation, Lord. We are fighting for our nation, full of love. Our nation, Biafra. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra. We are supposed to have peace. No more pressure. Nobody will rob our children. The future and riches. No more games of politics. Just love and equality. Hope for humanity. That's how it's supposed to be. We are fighting for a nation full of love. Our nation, Biafra. Guiding up hope and peace and joy. Our nation, Biafra. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra. We are one strong family, one people. We are one strong family, one people. Our nation, Biafra. Guiding up hope and peace and love. Our nation, Biafra. No matter what you have or where you are. Our nation, Biafra. Everybody, let's come together. Our nation, Biafra.
All right, thank you so much. Our nation.
Hello, lovelies. You're welcome back to Victory Channel. How are you doing? Happy New Year once more. I
my
special people.
My YouTube took over my conversation here. Excuse me. I'm like, whose voice is that? The British channel of all the channel has to be the British channel. Can you imagine? God forbid. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope Sister were you able to find us? Yes, trying to get it. Okay, I have to make sure this one is where it's supposed to be. You seen it? Because you know, in the YouTube, they are fearfully and wonderfully made. They change things out to that, you know it. All right. Of course, before we get started, I have to start with our prayer, our wonderful prayer. Actually, we should introduce ourselves for those that have never watched the show before. Good day, dear friends of Biafrans and lovers of freedom all over the world. My name is Mona Chinsaga. I am here in Houston, Texas, and I have my sister Ekwe in Kentucky. Sister Ekwe, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, my people, beautiful people, wonderful people. My name is Wada Ipitos Namadi, and coming to you from Kentucky.
Wada Ipitos Namadi. Don't you love that name? Ipitos Namadi. We're going to start off this year in a good footing. So let me start off with a prayer. Dear Lord, as we face this uncertain times in our land, we ask you, Lord, to dwell amongst us. We are comforted by the knowledge alone that you are a maker and a redeemer and the ultimate master of our lives. We trust our land to your loving care and protection. Lord, send your spirit to touch the hearts of our people. Give us the wisdom to always tell the truth, know what is right, and the courage to even do it. Give us your light and your truth to guide us in our way so that we may only seek your will in our lives and impart the world around us for your kingdom. Rock of Ages, we know that you have strategically placed those of us in diaspora for a time like this to speak for the voiceless and fight for the weak. You have also endowed us with power, authority, and wealth to be the nation where other Africans will ultimately get their true freedom and create a continent fit for human survival. You know that we are not asking for something that does not belong to us, but rather something that will equip mankind. Therefore, we are asking for your intercession as we play our part in actualizing this God's mandate. In Chukwukikabiama's name we have prayed. Amen. Our topic today is the making of a great nation. The making of a great nation. We've all heard what's going on in the news. We've heard what our president, Donald Trump, is doing to protect Americans. And we thank great men like that. So we have to think about building our own nation, a nation where people will live in peace, a nation where that is made of great people, a nation where people will reflect what their leader looks like. For you to build a great nation, we know that we need a confident leader that will build a confident followers. But leaders with inferiority complex, victim mentality, or even slavery mentality will produce the same. That is why in civilized world, we concentrate on educating and building our people and spending so much on education, because we understand that without that, if people are not aware, if you do not know what is going on around you, if you do not understand the politics around you, you, the person that choose not to participate, will bear the consequences. So we thank a country like the United States, where people, at least most people that are interested, are knowledgeable about the environment, knowledgeable about the politics, and looking at the underlying reasons as to what, the reason why things are going the way they are going. And we must do what we can to get the same in Biafra land. Sister Queen.
Yes, my dear. We must do what we can to get what we are looking for. Because we talk about America, in the civilized world, things are quite different. Unlike uncivilized world, they want to keep their people ignorant. They want to make their people to just not know what is going on. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. Like see what is going on in the Middle East and the northern part of Nigeria, the Catholic Republic, as you once mentioned.
Yes.
Their leaders do not want their people to know what others know. They want to keep them in perpetual ignorance. They want to ban social media. They want to make sure that internet does not get to them. They want to cut them away from the world so that they don't know what they ought to know. And when they do that, they now continue to feed them on lies and propaganda. Because an ignorant person will never ask questions. An ignorant person, whatever you tell that person is what the person will take. Because they don't know. So they don't even know the right questions to ask. Even if you give them opportunity to ask questions, they don't even know the right questions to ask.
Right.
So great leaders want their people to be great too. That's one of the signs of knowing that somebody is a great leader. Because you want your people to be informed, really informed. You want to empower your people. You want to make them to grow and become better than even yourself. A good example is Jesus Christ. He said, greater things than this you will do if you are my disciple, if you believe in me. You will be greater, you will do even greater things than what I just did. That's why you need a great leader. So any system that does not lift the people up or build the people up is of the devil, it's not of God. That's why we know that Nigeria is not from God. Those are saying that Nigeria was built by God. No, it's from Lucifer. Because Nigeria has reduced us, has reduced our potentials, has reduced us, ruined our youth. Any system that perpetually keeps people down, like the system of democracy that we have here, where you only give them a food stamp, give people food stamp, give them government assistance, give them handouts. Any system that will give you fish and not teach you how to fish will not make you to be a better person.
Nope.
So you find that over time, so far you continue to be perpetually subjugated, you will never attain your full potential. So great leaders are not afraid to tell their people their mission and their strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And how they intend to achieve those things, those goals. They're not afraid. Because they are bold. They know what they want. And they know that what they want is the right thing. So why hide it? Like Trump said, he said, if you believe in something, you have to be real to yourself. And it's not difficult to show people what you believe in. Trump the other day came with his Bible. I know people criticize him, oh, he's not a good Christian, he's not this, that. But this man is more righteous than most pastors have encountered.
Let's say that again.
What is righteousness? When you are telling lies everywhere and making your people and manipulating the brain of your people in the name of Christianity, is that righteousness? That's not righteousness now. So when you believe in something, people will see it. If you don't believe in anything, if you don't stand for anything, you will fall for everything.
Right.
Like our politicians and the governors. On Sunday, they are Christians. When they get to Sokoto, they become Muslims. Tomorrow, they become something else. You don't know their stand. Today, it's APC. Tomorrow, it's PDP. They have no principle. Nothing is guiding them. Today, they are turning right. Tomorrow, they turn left. Today, they are white. Tomorrow, they become black. That's why Africa is in a mess. Because our leaders are not principled. Anything goes.
Very inconsistent.
Very inconsistent. You push them here, they go here. They can't stand for anything. They don't even know what to stand for. They just do whatever they feel like doing. And that's why we're saying it's time for us to build that great nation that we all want. And like the topic today said, the making of a great nation. We need to know how to build a great nation. Because it's only when you know how to build a great nation that you know how to begin to build that nation. I want to stop for now.
Right. So a great nation deserves a great leader. Great leaders that are able to take the right step at the right time. Great leaders that are courageous to do what is right without deception, because that's what is going on. A lot of people use deception to get where they're going. And people believe their lies. And the funny thing about believing these lies is that at the end of the day, you, the believer of the lie, will bear the consequences. So the earlier you start educating yourself as to what's going on, the earlier you start searching for the truth for yourself, so that you can understand what is actually happened. The earlier you look at the evidence, the better for you. We know great leaders are known by the type of people that they surround themselves with. They know how to recruit the right personnel because they do not want to fail their people. Their action speaks louder than their words, because we Africans, we like to speak and speak and speak and speak. We like to give ourselves, elevate ourselves to a place that we can never even imagine. Like if we get there, we are asked to function, we cannot function. For you to build a great nation, you have to have a great leader, like my sister said, that are consistent. Leaders come with leadership comes with huge responsibilities and burden. It's not a child's play. It's not something you can talk and talk and talk. You have to back it up with action. Citizens of a great nation cannot afford to be gullible or even ignorant. Because like I said earlier, the cost of ignorance outweighs whatever you spend your time to acquire. It's easy to control ignorant people and poor people. That's why these terrorists that we hear all over the world, that's why they ensure that their people remain blind in poverty. So that the only thing they will be thinking about food. I remember having an argument with a guy on Facebook, and he said, "Oh, I can afford 3 square meal." I told him, I said, that's the only thing a black man will boast of, 3 square meal. If they can afford nuclear weapons, they can afford to rule the world, they can afford to build things, but you yourself, you can only afford 3 square meal. So to him, that's an achievement. That's an achievement. Their stomach will be big, and they will be rubbing it while they're talking to you. We have to be aware of leaders that are not comfortable with people that are around him that are smart. If you are seeing a leader and when they see a smart person, they get rid of that smart person, if I were you, I would look again, because something else is going on. Because for you to build that great nation, you need great minds that will do the needful to get us where we're going. And some of them, when they see that you're smarter than they are, they will even blackmail you. They will destroy you. They will take you out there for people to think that you're the enemy. This pattern is being repeated over and over and over again. And these are people willing to do the work. Because the great leader or whoever that think they are in charge is not comfortable within themselves, when they see that potential of that great person, what did they do? Boom, they cut it short. And we're still running in a circle. It is more difficult to enslave people that are well informed. Very difficult. Because no matter him, how are you going to enslave me? Right? I may even have more strategy to enslave you. That's why when Jesus came, he spent most of his time teaching his people. He did not only teach them, he prepared them to take over when he's not there. That's another great leader quality. For things to function when you're not there. For things to move on when we are not there. We create we give birth to our children and we train our children so that they can go out there and survive on their own. And replicate the same thing that we can do. You should worry about leaders that don't want things to function when they are not there. I will not give birth to children that if I die now, all things will fall apart. What good is that going to do for my future generation? Great leaders build and reproduce great people. And their hallmark, when you see a hallmark of a great leader, they are very confident. Not confident in intimidating people, because some of them have their confidence level, they use it for different stuff. I mean, like being confident to converse with someone that thinks the way that I think, someone that may even be smarter than I am. And to tell you the truth, when I find myself in that situation, I learn more and I add more to my knowledge instead of being afraid of that person. Because when you collaborate, when you bring great minds, I'm telling you that simple thing or complicated thing that you guys thought may cost billions and billions of dollars to be done, that someone must have gone through that before. And all the person had to do is to point you to the right direction. And the problem is solved. Like I said earlier, great leaders build and produce great people. If you are around a great leader, with time you will become great yourself. I'm not great in gossip, great in destroying other people, great in bringing other people down so that you will shine. No. Great in reproducing what works. Any system or country that cannot reproduce her leader, it will not be sustainable. It's just that simple. Because people will come and go, people will die. You guys heard about the flight that was shot down by the Iranian government.
Yeah.
The other day. And these are people that just finished Christmas holiday, they had their plans and now they are gone. So are you telling me whether they're working for the companies, that all the companies that they're working for will stop functioning? And this is the thing, that this is the kind of pathway that we create in Africa, where it's only one thing that is, one person that is in charge of something. When that person is not there, nothing works. In 21st century, when other people are working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we are waiting for one person to complete our journey for us. People will come and go, people will die. We have to leave legacy. for our people to continue to build upon over time. And this is why America is great, right? Because some of us, like we said earlier in a previous program, even those, Chase Bank, JP Morgan, this man is far gone, what, how many hundred years ago? And his name still resonates all over the place because he left a pattern, he left a pathway for people to continue that journey. Great nation must invest in creating sustainable system. We cannot continue to clap for mediocrity because mediocrity is a sign of weakness that will eventually fade away. It does not last. Great people strive to rise above the, above the occasion and do what they need to do because they are born. But some of us are born for this. They are born. Some people are born to be great, and you cannot stop it. You just can't. They refuse to accept the status quo for those great thinkers, and they want to make change. They keep working on themselves and developing their skills because they understand that if you are just here and you don't want to change, then you will remain here. You only go up when you acquire more knowledge and acquire more skills. And there is no two ways about it. Africa will remain in that continent if we don't change our mindsets. If we don't stop praising and praising and praising and praising and praising and praising instead of doing. I remember taking my dad here to go see a doctor. My dad thanked that doctor, man. The man almost ran out of the room. He said, please tell your dad to stop thanking me. My dad was even embarrassed myself. He's like, oh gosh. He said, please tell him it's okay. It's okay. We paid for the visit too. We paid for the visit. And he was just thanking him. He had a surgery and this little thin body that he had is gone and he was just beside himself. Because that's what we do. An American will say thank you and that's it and they move on. The next time we see you, we start a new chapter. But in Africa, because you had that surgery for me, now I'm your slave. Every day I see, oh, doctor, good afternoon, doctor, good day, hey, doctor. Yes, that's what we have reduced ourselves to. Not that we should not be grateful, but not too grateful for you to start now limiting yourself and bringing yourself down each time you run into that person. Right? They don't want that. Americans don't want that. They want you to acknowledge thank you and then move on. They don't want anybody to worship them. They don't want anybody to follow them. They're always looking for collaborators, people that they can work together with. Do you guys know, as I was thinking about all of these things going on at home and speaking to some people are still afraid that if Biafra comes, that their maid, the person that used to be their maid now may be able to get a job and drive a car. And because of that, these people are saying they don't even want to phantom the image of Biafra coming. That's a black person for you. That you want to hold your brothers and sisters in bondage because you're afraid that your maid will one time maybe become someone. Who are you? Do you think you're God? Do you think you're the one that created that person? You don't get to decide the destiny of anyone, people. You just don't. You may try and you may plan, but it doesn't work if God says no. I remember so many years ago when they were doing visa lottery, and my brother-in-law was trying to send over his paper, and one of their home, I don't know what they are called in English, came over just as they were ready to hand the paper over to the guy coming to America to deliver that lottery paper. And the guy said, actually, I think he was even coming to beg for something that day. And the guy said, what are you doing? Oh, we are sending our paper for visa lottery. He's like, oh my God, I need to take one. I need to send They hurried up and go fill a form for him and put his passport and all that stuff. Do you know who won? Of all the people that fill their own on time and put all the correct, I don't even know if this person put the correct information. That guy won, the one that came to beg for money that day. He's the one that won the visa lottery. What this tells you is that you don't get to control the destiny of anyone. God says so. God says so. You can't. You may tarnish their image. You may go over there and spread propaganda and have people think they are the enemy. But one day the truth will reveal itself.
Absolutely.
The truth will reveal itself. We should not have this attitude of trying to swallow one another in order to become bigger. Whereas we have our pathway. God has given us our pathway where we need to go. And I have found that in my life, as you go and you go and you go, he exposes more things to you and he gives you more. If you show him that you're a good keeper, a good steward of what he has already given you, he will give you more. So if God decides to make you great, nobody can stop it. But we can use our brain to stop a great nation if we don't change our mindset. If we don't think our brother or sister deserve equity like we do. If we don't think our brothers and sisters deserve fairness like we do. Because that's what makes America great. Nobody will judge you until you go to the court and evidence is presented. But we Africans, once we hear one gossip, people will take it and start calling. They don't even know who they are talking about. That makes you look like a serious fool. Because if the person you're talking to knows who the person is, then you will be like, who gave you this information? And this is how people lose their what is it called, their respect. This is how they lose their respect. If I have a respect for you and now you're telling me about a sister or a brother that I know, and I know that person is not like that, I will know that you're a useless man or useless woman, that all these things you've been telling me all along may be a lie. Because you apparently don't have your facts correct. We Africans, we have to change the way we are thinking if we think we are building a great nation or a great continent. I saw a newsletter yesterday where they said that African countries, this is American news, I think Bloomberg News, African continents, African Union now has allowed so many Africans to be going to each country without visa. I said, why are we opening up all the border for everyone? We haven't even changed our mindset. Who wants to deal with someone that had been in the forest all their life milking cow? Can we first educate our mind first? Understand the person that you're going to their country before you venture in there so that we are not clashing. Even if you're going to open border, can we do it the right way for a change, Africans? This is 2020. Sister, please continue. Your phone, Sister, your line is cutting off.
Oh, can you hear me now? Is it better now?
Yes, yes. Yes.
People love what is already established.
Right.
You know, another person with you, you go and enjoy it without knowing how it was built. You love America, But first of all, find out, how did they build America? Look at Israel. Israel was built 70 years ago. Already in 70 years, Israel has become so great. What did they put in place that made that nation become a great nation? I want Biafra. How are you strategically planning to make Biafra a nation of our dream? Or you want to establish another zoo? You do it anyhow. Not one Biafra, anyhow. When we get there, we'll see. No. Whatever you want, like Jesus Christ said, if you want to build a big house, you first of all count the cost. Then check whether you have what you need to build that house. So that if you don't have it, you go and get what you need. What do you want? So that when you finish building that house, it will be the house of your dream. So many things go into building a great nation. Let's use Israel and America, for example. These two nations, I believe that Biafrans can learn one or two things from them. Because like we keep saying, the Biafra we want to build, it's basically like copy and paste. Because there's nothing that we're going to do in Biafra that we will say that we have not done anywhere.
Right.
We are only seeking to improve on what others have done. So it's good for us to know how others built their own nations. So that when we get our own nation, or as we aspire to have our own nation, we will know how to start behaving right from now. You see, these two powerful nations that we mentioned, America and Israel, for instance, they don't joke with God. They do not joke with God. They know what they believe in and they stand by it. These two nations were built by principles that came from scriptures. This Bible that you're saying, this Bible that people are saying, some people are saying, oh, no, we don't want Bible. Oh, you don't give us Bible. Israel and America, they built their society based on the principles that came from scriptures. And they've managed to produce great men and great women, very, very successful, just by following the principles in scriptures. Let's take, for example, the 10 Commandments. He said, don't, one of them now, let me use one of them. Do not bear false witness against another person. Some of us say we go to church, we claim we go to church. Some say it's Judaism now. You can't even keep ordinary 10 commandments. You can't keep 10. There are just 10 of them. You can't even keep it. So these nations have put principles in place, and that has made them to be creative and very smart. It has also helped them to succeed in creating wealth for everyone, not just the privileged, not just the powerful ones, for everyone. Like Donald Trump will say, I want to build a system that will work for everyone, not just the well-to-do. That is a nation that wants to be great. A nation that wants to be great must accommodate everyone. It will be an all-inclusive nation, not an exclusive nation. You will make it to work for men, to work for women, to work for the able, to work for the disabled. That's how you begin to think if you want to build a big nation, a great nation. America is holding on to Christianity. Israel is holding on to Judaism. But one thing we have seen in these two nations, they do what they say. They don't just talk. They do what they say. They care for the weak. They care for the poor. They care for the rich. Everyone is taken care of. And everybody is part of what is going on. And the citizens are proud of their nation. They have scholars that go through scriptures, bringing up prophecies. They monitor these prophecies that come from scriptures. And they know the one that this one it will not be good for us. Yes, you know, I tell people that scripture, the Bible is like a compass. When they study the scriptures, they know that this one will be this way, we don't want it. So they plan against it. Then they see this one, we need it, then we enhance that one. That's how you plan ahead of time. You don't want life to catch you unawares. You just sit down and think you just run. Sometimes when we are saying, like on Facebook, people will say, oh, this is your own country. What are you doing with America? What are you doing with Israel? International politics affects every local politics.
Whether you're part of it or not.
Exactly. And there's something Sister Mona said. He said that you are ignorant about something doesn't mean that it will not affect you when it comes. People will sit down in America and make decisions and will affect you in Biafra land. Yet you say you don't want to know what is happening in America.
I know.
Does it make sense? There's nobody that is serious about Biafra restoration without monitoring international politics. No country exists in there's no Biafra is not going to be an island. Our trade will be affected by international trade policies. Our politics will be affected by international trade policies, political policies. Everything you do in Biafra land, what is happening at this global scale, we are affected. And that's why it's important for you to know what is going on. So that you can play your role. So you know how to protect yourself. Because if you don't know what is going to happen, how do you plan against it? So like America, and this brother we're using as an example, they will use the principles from the scriptures to make their environment a very calm environment. Unlike some people that are practicing some religion that some of us know. What they're producing is terrorists. Every day they produce all sorts of terrorists. Producing horror. Anything about them is horror. Now they're fighting to introduce Sharia law everywhere. Look at the 12 states in the northern part of Nigeria that have introduced Sharia law. Are they progressing? Have you seen how the people are living there? Very destructive system. Yet they want to spread it all over the country for you and I. It's not when you practice something somewhere, you see how successful that thing is before you now spread it somewhere else.
Right.
You have been using that religion to hold your people backward. Your people are so backward, they don't know that, they don't know nothing. Then you want to extend it to the rest of the people. Is it like I think I was saying, are you going to try to them? These things are not hidden at all. They're not hidden. Look at Iran. See how their people live. Always in fear. These people, they burn people alive, cut people's neck off. It's when you do something, then I will see how that is working for you before I will say, okay, I want to do what you're doing. But if I see what you're doing something and it's good, I will emulate it. And that's why I'm using America and Israel as an example. It's good to study their systems. Find out what is working for them and copy from them. Don't just face life anyhow. Just live it anyhow. Wake up, sleep. You don't know what is going to happen. You don't know what is going on at the international scale. You have no idea. You just live in your own life. Sleep, wake up, sleep, wake up. That's not how to live life. We want to build a nation that will fit properly at the international scale. As a result, it's important for us to know what other people are doing, how they have done their own that is given, so that we can learn from them, improve on what they have done, and introduce it in our system.
Mm-hmm.
That's how to do things. You find out like America was saying, America was built on God, and they will say it. They worship God. Trump said the other day, say we worship God, we don't worship government. It's God we worship. We find out that the more America started going down when they remove Bible and prayer from school.
Mm-hmm.
That's why their children started losing focus. Teenage pregnancies everywhere. School shootings. There's high school dropouts because they removed the principle upon which their nation was. More divorce. So you find that America, for instance, the more they abide by the principles they use to establish America, the more prosperous they become. But if they depart from that way, that's how evil comes in. Since I'm not hidden, we can't be playing around and deceiving ourselves and we don't know what is going on. If you don't know, just look and study, you see it. You understand it. Unlike the nations that say they're practicing Islam, all they do is put their children under subjugation, create terror and horror everywhere. Especially for women and children. This is not hidden. They treat their people like animals that they kept inside cage. Give an example, Boko Haram, that is near us there. Is there anybody that is in Nigeria that does not know what Boko Haram stands for? How devastating. Is this something that is hidden? Are we not seeing it? Are you not seeing the backwardness that Boko Haram is bringing? So why do you want to identify with anyone that has anything to do with Boko Haram? Boko Haram says that westernization is evil. That means they want to take you backward. Meanwhile, they are using phone.
I know they're using phone. They're using Facebook even.
They're using Facebook. They're wearing clothes. They're using cars. Why did they not?
And the AK-47. They should have been using stick now.
These people are evil. They are evil. And that's why we're saying we want to go away from, far away from this terror. There's no reason why we should be close to this type of terror. This system that produces terrorism. Every day they attack us. Economically they are attacking us. You see them bringing death to your doorstep. What are you still waiting for? What are you still waiting for? Why would you join this struggle in any way you can? So that we can build the great nation we want. And they lie a lot. They say, oh, Sharia law is only for Muslims. But it's not true.
No, it's coming your way.
It's not true. You go to Kano, they will burn your goods and services, they will destroy your stuff. They will take a Christian to Sharia court and judge you there. Because they lie a lot. It's all about lie and deception. Why are we watching this thing? Why do we want to wait until this thing comes upon us before we stand up? Are you not seeing it? Are you not concerned that this thing is evil? What you're talking about is like light and darkness. Check America and Israel. See what is working for them. They are Christians. They practice Judaism in Israel. But they still use their sex. Sometimes my brothers and sisters will start attacking Christianity. I say, the problem is not Christianity. The problem is the people practicing the Christianity.
That is.
Americans are Christians, but they still go to war. You didn't see Donald Trump with his Bible. American soldiers go to war with gun and pocket Bible. They read that Bible to read. Read it with sense. They do not have to brainwash them with the word of God. Then they start blaming the word of God. Meanwhile, it's yourself you blame for being stupid. They give the Bible, you cannot study it. It's whatever the pastor or the priest reads and interprets to you. That's what you will take. So is it fault? Is it God's fault?
No, it's not.
Is it the fault of the Bible? Is it the fault of Christianity? Or is it the fault of someone that has chosen stupidity? Who told you that Christianity means you should be stupid? Who told you that Christianity says you should be stupid? They are leaving Christianity and joining Judaism. They are still carrying on that level of stupidity over to that side. The Judaism they practice in Biafra land is different from what they practice in Israel. We are talking about the making of a great nation. What are the things you need to build a great nation? You must be informed.
Very much informed.
When we say education, it doesn't mean that you should go and get 20 degrees. You must have a sound mind, a mind that can think, a mind that can critically analyze issues, not gossiping around. A mind that wants to learn. You learn new things. Things you didn't know before. I learn them. I tell people I learn every day. If there's anything I don't know how to do, once I notice that I'm not too good in that area, I will go and study it. I love to acquire knowledge. And that's one of my hobbies. I went for one interview, they said, career students. Because I want to be informed. I hate ignorance. I would rather than use my money to buy gold and use it and pay school fees so that I can learn, acquire information, and acquire knowledge. You can't deceive me. It's difficult to deceive me. Why? Because by the grace of people, I've allowed my mind to be trained. The making of a great nation. A great nation. Great people make great nation. For you to be a great citizen, you must be someone that is well informed. Do not glory in ignorance. Oh, I don't know. If you don't know, go and find out. Don't sit down for
if you don't know, are you ready to bear the consequences of you don't know? That's another thing.
I'm telling you.
Because there are consequences associated with it, yes.
It is true. Ignorance is more expensive than any school fees you can pay.
It is.
Because when the consequences of you not knowing come, we will not ask you why you did not know. No. It will just come with you. And that's what we're encouraging our people. Please acquire knowledge. Even if you're a carpenter, go and specialize in that carpentry. Be a professional in that area. Have great knowledge is worse than anything you can think of. As we are planning to build a nation, please go and educate your mind. Do not sit down waiting for another person to build the nation for you. You are a stakeholder in the building of this nation called Biafra. Find out what you can do to make your nation great. And everyone is part of this. Male, female. And anybody that tries to discourage you or tries to blackmail you into silence, tell that person that he does not have the right to do it. And that's why we say Biafra of the city. It's time to be bold. It's time to be strong. It's time to rise up so that we can build a nation of our dream. Whatever is your talent, whatever is your gift, sharpen your skills and bring it to the table so that we can use it to build a nation of our dream. Nobody can stop a determined people. And we will know, the word we know that you're determined by what you do, not just what you say. We keep telling our people, this idea of calling people to give you Biafra, it doesn't make us look like people that are serious.
No, it does not.
It makes us look so immature.
Like a little child that they took their toy from you. Like, please give me back my toy, please. Yeah.
The person that took your toy, did you want to arrive before he took the toy? You're telling him, give me my toy, give me my toy. They need your toy, and you're saying, please, now give me my toy. The toy that your mother bought for you, somebody took the toy from you, and you sit down there crying and begging the person to give back the toy. No, that's not the right thing. You will go and strategize on how to get back your toy. And if you find out that you don't have enough energy, you go and gather energy from your neighbors. Call your neighbors together. Say, please, neighbors, come and help me. We have meetings so time. Let's plan on how I can get back my toy from this bully. The world has bullied Biafra for years. All I mean is, have bullied Biafra, killed us. We are not going to get Biafra by begging Fulanis. And we are not going to get Biafra by fighting ourselves and blackmailing against ourselves because one person wants to be the king. That's not how you make a great nation. For you to build a great nation, you come together. All the stakeholders will come together. We might see things differently. but we still need to come together. I tell people it's like a puzzle. I build my own part, I bring my own piece of the puzzle. You bring your own piece of the puzzle, then we bring it together and have a beautiful outing. It is not your way or the highway. You are not the only sensible human being on earth, or in Biafra land for that matter. We will work together to build this nation. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you, Sister Ikwe. It makes sense. It makes perfect sense. If you sit down and wait and waiting for your enemy to give you back what they have taken from you, that means you'll be waiting for long. They took your stuff because they needed your stuff. And them giving you back that stuff means that they have to starve. So do you really think they will come and hand it to you?
No.
No. They will tell you there's the same way you've been surviving since we took it from you, continue to survive that way.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's up to you now, like my sister said, for you to go and collaborate. That is the word we keep using with your neighbors, with your sisters and brothers, so that you can think about how to take back what belongs to you. No amount of crying, wailing, no amount of complaint, no amount of I'm on the Facebook chanting will get us what we want until we put up a plan. We put up a plan, we put up a target, we put up a timeline, and we march towards those timelines. And the process is not working, we find a way to make it work. We find a way to decide what is the roadblock. Why didn't it work? These are the things that we wanted to do. Why didn't it work? Okay, here is the roadblock. We're removing this. We are finding a solution to it, and we're moving forward. And that will not come from one brain. It will come from a team of brains.
Exactly.
Because when God created you, it's just like me. If you mention the word statistics, I will jump over the Caribbean River if there is one. But if you bring me physics and math, I will be following you. I will be in your pathway. Where my brain I don't know what statistics does to my brain. I can't do all the things that they do, but I don't know how I can do math and chemistry and physics and I can't do statistics. It's crazy. But that will tell you that's how different brain works. And you will see someone that doesn't know anything, even math 101, but they will do statistics all the way to PhD level. I'm like, who is this person? Because the brain works differently for different people. It's a different stroke for different men. So, but when you come together, the statistician will bring his own specialty. This one will bring, and will solve the big problem. That's why the word collaboration is needed. There is no need to gossip about one another. There is no need to attack your brothers and sisters. There's no need to belittle your brothers and sisters so that you can shine, because we have enough. This is a nation we're talking about, not a Boy Scout. Plenty of work to be done. Isn't it better that we have team of people working from one side and bringing it to the center, versus having one person working it? You can't even work, because all you can do is to look at the job they are assigned to you. If you look at it, it's overwhelming, so you retreat. But if he's assigned to different people, capable hands, because you cannot assign it to people that don't know their left from right, and you think you're getting results, so that you can lie to yourself and say, oh, I'm doing something. Oh, I assigned it to this person. But you that assigned it, you understood very well that those people are not capable of the job you wanted them to do, but you insist that they will continue. And you're not getting the result that you want. I don't even think they have a pathway to look at. Because without those goals and the targets, you will be running in circles. No great nation will be built without plan. You have to write it down. You have to feel it. You have to discuss it. You have to find out what you can do to make it come to fruition. There is no other way. And if you don't have the skill, you don't have the skill. We have heard over and over again that you cannot give what you don't have. You can scream all you want, you can dance all you want, you can announce all you want. If you don't have it, you ain't got it. You just don't have it. It's time for us to look for those that do. So we are calling our professionals, wherever you may find yourself. It's time for you to come up and help build a great nation. It's time for you to start working from your neck of the woods to get this nation built. It is not something that we leave for one man or one group or one organization or one whatever, or one franchise or one family. It's something that we, you. If you are a lawyer, gather all your lawyers. I know they have all these so-called Nigerian Lawyer Association representing the zoo country here, which we know 99.9% of them are Biafrans. Gather yourself and get petition UN, petition human rights. Stop collecting money to go and see but maybe to have gala, because that's what they will do. They will have gala once a year and pay hotel fee, pay the hotel $30,000 for their gala. Use that money and go and petition people that matters. Form some type of alliance with those that can help us to speak the language that we want. Because nobody will do it for you. So don't lie to yourself. Don't sit there and read the newspapers and read what's going on in the behind and say, oh yeah, somebody is doing it. So yeah, some people are doing something. No, it's selfishness. What legacy are you leaving for your children? That your people are looking for freedom. All you can do is to maybe talk to your wife about it and laugh, or say, oh, India, these people are doing this. India, how is India? They are not part of you. Whereas this is your nation. India, America, this group did this. What are you doing? What are you doing as a Biafran man, woman, child? What are you doing? Are you propagating your name, the name Biafra? I had someone yesterday asking me about jollof rice. She saw my name. She came to see me. She's like, oh, are you from the zoo? I said, no, I'm from Biafra. She said, where is Biafra? I've never heard of it before. I said, that is a problem. I said, it's beside Cameroon, and it's the zoo people that are calling themselves, you know, the Nigerians that are supposed to be Biafran, but they call themselves Nigerian because they don't know who they are. She's like, what? At least, if not for anything, she Googled Biafra yesterday. Are you selling your nation? Are you marketing your nation? Biafra first. We have said that over and over again. Biafra first. Biafra first in everything. Biafra before your religion. We spend our time here at the church, the Igbo Catholic Church here in Houston. People are there doing their Ekelem Maria and all that stuff. They don't even know what that religion is all about. It's like their slave master has set them up, you know, which they've done during slavery. They set up their slaves so much that then their slaves will be beating up other Africans. They have set up so much that even the white people that owns the church doesn't even go that claim they found the church. It's us that will go there and dance and say, read the recital and all those things and all these things. And we're telling you that your people are they're getting ready to eradicate your people. And we don't want to tell ourselves the truth, either because we don't know where to start, what to do, you know. But somebody gotta do it. And you ain't gonna be one person. God will not allow that to happen. So the earlier we start doing our work from where we are, the better for us. Because like my sister said, we are all stakeholders in this restoration project. And you do not want a nation that you're not part of. So don't get it twisted, like Americans will say. Don't get it twisted. Don't lie to yourself. Don't think it's going to be, oh, let me sit around just like America when they finish building it, I will just show up and come and enjoy benefits. No, it will not work. You know why it will not work? Because when American own was happening, you weren't available to help. But right now, you're available to help for Biafra. And Allah Biafra, the land in Biafra will not allow you to join that benefit. Because they see your heart. They see that you refuse to be part of it. They refuse to support the struggle. So you have to play your part. Don't lie to yourself. You are in it. If you are from Ghana or from other places and you say, oh yeah, I don't really know much about that Biafra they're talking about, maybe God will have a forgiving heart. But if you want Afana or Biafra land and you see what is going on there, and you feel like you're not part of the struggle that India, those people are doing it, you don't know what's coming to you. So we are calling on lovers of freedom and defender of equity and liberty to stand and be counted. We must understand that this struggle belongs to all of us. Every Biafran, like I said, is a stakeholder, and Biafra restoration is our civic duty. We need to fight together, facing one common enemy, and we know who they are, the Fulanese and the British colonial evil master. We do not want to sit down waiting for order to do the right thing. If you know what to do for Biafra restoration, please get to it, get going. The Muslims have an agenda to rule the world from the beginning. They see the world as a battleground. Once they give birth to their baby, they start fighting. They teach them to start fighting. They announce it and they divide it into different sections. Some of them are in politics, in business, in banking. Some are marrying our daughters. And when they give birth to, just like the slave masters, they will be fighting for the slave masters because they'll be looking to connect with their forming an alliance with them. So some of them are into terrorism. Some of them in Africa, London, America studying. Some are into religion and jihadists. They learn how to kill and massacre people at will. The Fulani's assignment is to conquer Nigeria and dip their Quran in Atlantic. And they have told us this over and over again. They are not mixing words. They are not lying. They are not, trying to even massage the truth. They're just saying it the way it is. And what are we doing? We Biafrans, we are watching them complete it and lying to ourselves. We are still eating their cows. I know this Christmas they must have killed 1 billion cows with all the ceremony that was going on. And this is the same cow we have said over and over again. You continue to eat these defiled animals, you will never think. Because you will never think. And your enemy will come get you. And just remember also that your ignorance will not excuse you from the consequences. So our mom, I went to her house, she gave me meat, I ate. I forgot to ask where it came from. Guess what? When it's time for you to get the liver disease, you will get it. When it's time for you to die, because the Fulanis now, they have made enough money to come and take you by force or by fire, you will die. So shine your eyes. God has promised to give us victory 2020, but we have to be willing to do the work. The victory he's not talking about, the victory he's talking about is not the one you will come and get while you were laying down in your bed. It's not the one that you will come and get when you have not sowed the seed. It's not the one that you can come and get when you have not done the right thing. The victory that he's talking about is that if you have done the work, he will make your hard work materialize into something that you will appreciate. That's the victory that he has promised us. So the victory is for those that have done the work. If you have not done the work, don't deceive yourself. Don't get it twisted. It doesn't work that way. You have to plant something first. It's not too late either to go and start planting something, to put something in the ground so that you will reap the benefits. Thank you, sisters and brothers. Sister Kwi, you want to add anything before we close?
What else can I add? We have said it all, that it's for the Biafra we are looking for is the one that all of us will do. Because you won't be able to enter the one that another person is building. And even when you enter there, you might not be able to plan. You understand? Mm-hmm. So the only way you will ensure that the Biafra nation will be that country of your dream is to be part of what is going on. In any way you can. Right. There's no one that will not have something to do for the nation. So we are calling on everyone, every Biafran, lovers of freedom and equity. Wherever you are, please arrive. Team up with the people who you can team up. There are many people that you can join. There are many things you can do to promote Biafra. Remember, we are still working on our Biafra Bank. We are not, we are on it.
Yes.
And some other projects that we're working on.
Yes.
And the same way we call on you, you know your potentials. You know what you can do. Begin to do it. Anything that the Spirit of God puts in your heart to project Biafra to the world, to show the world that we are a great people. We're not beggars. We are not. We have been blessed with intelligence, with ability. And you have been placed in a very strategic place. You know it. You know what you can do. It's time to use it. Do not sit down and wait for another person to do it for you. You listening to us. You are a stakeholder. And you have a role to play. A very significant role to play in the restoration project of Biafra. Arise and begin to do it. All hail Biafra.
All hell Biafra. All hell Biafra. All right. So we'll see you guys next week. We're going to close with our song. It's not Our Nation Biafra. The other one, I can't even think of the name, but here it comes.
Got a message to tell the world. Every race, every language, please answer when I call. A call to be the voice of the voiceless, hope of the hopeless, love insanity, defend humanity, 'cause this is how it's meant to be. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. We need to build a future where the rich and poor, the young and old is one. Let's build a nation where everyone is treated as equal. We need justice, fairness, peace and harmony, love and dignity, defend humanity, 'cause this is how it's meant to be. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. So every nation who believes in freedom, come and help us. We cannot do it alone. We don't want war. We just want our own. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world. Nobody can keep us down until we have freedom at last. Biafra will become a star in the world.
Yes. Thank you much, Nike. We'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.